Welcome back, children. This is Nilofer ma'am. Today, in this module, I'm going to provide you information about lesson number 6, Population, Part 3. Let's have a quick recap of the topics discussed earlier. Well, in Part 1 and 2 of this lesson, we have learned about distribution of population of both India and Brazil. We have also learned about the reasons for the uneven distribution of population. That is the reasons for uneven distribution. And we were also informed about the regions, that is the areas that are densely populated and sparsely populated ones. Yes, can you name the regions that are densely populated in Brazil? Well, the answer is they are the eastern coastal areas. Okay. So, in this third part, we will discuss about the population composition. We will use different parameters to compare the population of India and Brazil. To begin with, what is meant by population composition? Let's see the answer. Population composition refers to the structure of the population. Okay? Population composition helps to know the number of males or females, their age groups, literacy, their occupation, their income level, and the health conditions, etc. Population composition is the description of a population according to characteristics such as age and sex. These data are often compared over time using population pyramids. Well, we have come across a term, sex ratio. What is sex ratio? Sex ratio is defined as the number of females per 1,000 males in the population. Means if there are 1,000 males, the number of females. How many females are there? Now, this information is an important social indicator to measure the extent of equality between males and females in a society at a given time. So, first we come to know that it is the ratio, okay, between the males and the females. And second, it is also an social indicator that indicates, okay, the extent to which there is equality in our society. Here we have the first graph, that is population composition graph of sex ratio. And this is, okay, on this slide you are provided with the graph depicting the sex ratio of Brazil. The vertical line, that is the y-axis, depicts the sex ratio. Okay, here it is the females. And the horizontal line, that is the x-axis, okay, axis, depicts the year. That is the census. That is the year when the population of the entire country is counted. It is done in a time span of 10 years. So population counting is done, okay, within a gap of 10 years. So on the x-axis we can see that the counting was carried out, okay. The population counting was carried out in the year 1961, 1971, 1981, 1991, 2001 and 2011. This graph shows us that in comparison to 1,000 males, how many females are there? Yes, we can observe that in 1961, the number of males were 1,000 and the numbers of females were 1,010, means 1,010. That is, the ratio of female was more compared to men. Same is seen for the year 1971, 1981 and 1991. But in 2001, we can see that there was a sudden increase in the female population of Brazil. So, to summarize, we can say that the female population of Brazil is always more than the male population. But when it comes to India, we have a different scenario. Graph, that is India. The graph gives us a clear picture of sex ratio of India. We can see that in the year 1961, the ratio was 940 females to 1000 males. That means if there were 1000 males, the number of females were 940. We can see that the ratio decreased in 1971 and increased in 1981. And there was again a downfall in 1991. From 2001, the ratio has started increasing. That is, the female population has started increasing, but still it is less than 1000. There are many states like Haryana, Rajasthan, etc., where the number of females per 1000 males is less than 900 or even 850. Well, Kerala is the only state in India where number of females is more than male, and yes, we too have the same in the Union Territory of Puducherry. That is, the female population is more. So, to conclude, after studying the graph of India and Brazil, we can say that the population of female in Brazil is more and the female population in India is less. Well, we have come across both the graphs and we have a few questions here. The first one, what does this graph show? So this graph shows the sex ratio of Brazil and India. Now, from the graphs, it is evident from the graph that the number of women in Brazil have always been more than men, while in India, they have never been more than men. With reference to both the countries, the characteristics of population are prominently notable. The sex ratio of Brazil has been more than 1000 since decades. Means from the past many years we have seen that the sex ratio, that is the female population, was always more than 1000. That is more than men. Considering the sex ratio of Brazil, the number of women have considerably increased than men since 2001. So we can see a sudden increase in number of female population of Brazil from 2001. In India, men outnumber women. That is, men are always more than women. In India, we see fluctuations in the sex ratio since few decades. That is, from the past few years, we have seen that there is a fluctuation, that sometimes the number of female population increases and sometimes it decreases. There has been a slight increase in the sex ratio after 1991. So, with reference to both the countries, we can say in India, men are always more than women. Some of the reasons for the less number of women are, we have a patriarchal society, that is male-dominated society. Women are still struggling to bring in equality. Due to social evils like dowry, etc., female infanticide is deep-rooted. To put a stop to female infanticide, a number of strict laws are enforced. And we can observe that the government have achieved success in attaining it to a certain extent. That is, they have provided special facilities for the girls, that is for providing them free education, health care and many other things. So due to all these facilities from the government, the female girl child, the cause of death of female girl child have reduced to a certain extent. Next, we move on to the next topic, that is age and sex pyramid. What is an age and sex pyramid? Now, population pyramid, also called an age gender pyramid is a graphical illustration. That is, through graphs, it illustrates, it gives us an idea, it informs us, that shows the distribution of various age groups in a population, typically that of a country or region of the world. That is specifically, the group of population from a specific region or a country, which forms the shape of a pyramid when the population is growing. Now, we have already studied about the population of India and Brazil, the sex ratio of both the countries, and now we are going to deal with the number of people belonging to each age group. We know that the greater number of young population of a country is always beneficial, as it falls under the productive, that is working category. They increase the national income and are actively involved in the development of the nation. The elderly group is also contributing towards the development, but the percentage is less compared to the young lot. How do you read the age-sex pyramid? A population pyramid is a graph that shows the age-sex distribution of a given population. It is a graph profile of the population, population's residents, means the people residing in that area. Sex is shown on the left-right side, age on the y-axis, and the percentage of population on the x-axis. Now, Pyramid 1. This pyramid depicts the age and sex ratio of Brazil for the year 2016. So, in this graph, the pink color is used to depict the female population, that is on your right hand side, and the blue color for the male, that is on your left hand side. On the y-axis, we have the age group. Can you see the age group on the vertical line? Yes, that's the y-axis. And the x-axis shows the percentage of that age group. Means percentage, not the count of number of people, but the percentage of that age group. Now, if we compare, now here we have the second one, that is India. The pyramid is being shown for the year 2016. Now, if we compare both the pyramids, we will observe that the young age group of India is more than Brazil. Just see the bottom part of it. This is Brazil and this is India. So, the bottom part of India is more. That is, the age group between 0 to 35 to 39 years of age is more. So, we can say that India's young age group population is highest in the world. In near future, India will be the largest workforce supplier in the world. Means wherever we need workforce in the world, India will be the supplier in near future. Whereas the middle age group population of Brazil is more. Now see this one, the middle age group of the population of middle age group is more in Brazil. Now, whereas the middle age group population of Brazil is more compared to its young group. And even the old age group population of Brazil is more than India. That is, Brazil has more old age group people than India. The actual number of people will be more in India as its population is more. That is around 121 crores. But when percentage is taken into consideration, then the percentage of older and middle age group population of Brazil is more than India. Yes, but the actual number will be less as Brazil's population is less, that is around 20 crores only. So in this pyramid, we can see that the number of young people is more in both the countries, but the proportion of children is more in India, while the proportion of people in the age group above 80 years is more in Brazil than in India. Considering the age of population, Brazil's population is getting slowly older. But in India, the situation is different. The proportion of youth in India is more. This means India has a higher working population. Now children, based on these 2 points, I have an assignment for you. And the first question is, what is population composition? Second, what is sex ratio? Third, what is population pyramid? Fourth, what does the pink color in the age and sex pyramid depict? And fifth one, what does the blue color in the age and sex pyramid depict? I hope I have tried to make the topic clear. If you have any doubts, you can please get in touch with me. Thank you.